let's do some starts and stops, and I'll show you how to bury also. Just get a review on this. So to start, needle down, needle up, hold that thread, pull it to the side, and here it comes. And it's up on top now where you can control it. No nasty burials down there. And when you get started sewing, hold that thread or tuck it under your ruler if you're doing ruler work, and take 5 small stitches. That way, that's almost like knotting. It'll be really hard for it to come out. And you want to do not 5 stitches in place, but just watch it, as you saw that I moved forward just a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I've got 10. And it depends on the thread. You could do more if you wanted to, if you had a real slippery thread. All right, and let's stitch down here. And to finish, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 small stitches. Take the needle up, pull it to the side, grab this thread. Now I've got this thread in my finger. That way when I put the needle down, the thread doesn't suck back down the hole. It does that sometimes. Down, up, and now pull to the side, and there comes your bobbin thread up on top where you want it. If you have a really large quilt, it's really hard to get underneath and unbury it. All right, let's give it a little bit of distance. Now I could cut I could cut this right here, which is what I prefer to do, but I want to show you how to bury also. So if you're not really liking the way it looks and you want to start burying your threads, you can do that. You see I have a loop of bobbin thread here. It's like a loop. And then I've got my top thread. If I just cut through the loop and cut the top thread. Now I don't know if you can see, but there are 3 threads on top. One of them is my bobbin thread, like this one, and it will just, if I pull the fabric away, it just slipped down. It's underneath the quilt now. It's this thread. Okay. So now I have 2 threads here. If you want to, you can just cut it. Or if you want to bury, you can use a self-threading needle. And I'm gonna tie just a little knot. Let's see if I can get a little knot tied here. Okay, so I've got it through the loop. Now I'm going to hold my needle there to bring the knot down to the base. So the knot's really close there. Now self-thread the needle. You could also use a large eye embroidery needle. I've done that before, or there's some other self-threading needles. This one has a little groove that you pop the threads through. Okay, now I'm going to take that needle down into that same hole. And I'm going to try and slide it through the batting so that it doesn't show up on my white. But I don't want it to go all the way through to the back and have a big long stitch. So it's got to go through the batting, slide it over, out of the way somewhere. Take it through, and then pop that knot and snip it off, and there you have a clean edge, a clean ending. Okay, or you could snip it like I like to do. With these curved scissors, you can really get close without cutting your fabric. And then those little tails end up in the batting. I think it's that one. Which one is it? That one? It's this one, okay. So you take your choice. If you want to bury, it takes a little bit of time. You could just leave the tails on the top and take it over to the TV later and bury them all at once, and then you can keep on with your free motion quilting without having to stop and bury all the time. So I hope that was helpful. Thank you.